are you, daft? This house is cramped enough without half the village dossing down and all.
Oh, Mummy's got nowhere else to go.
Well, what's wrong with his mums?
They've fallen out. She's got a new fella or something.
Well, I thought he was stopping with Luke McAllister anyway.
He's fallen out with Tina.
Who wouldn't? Well, he don't get on with many people, does he?
How about Jack and Sarah's? Couldn't he lend us keys for a few days?
No, I could not. Anyway, they're coming home today. Dad's picking them up from the airport this afternoon.
Just a few more days, I promise. No more than that.
Morning.
Morning.
How long have you been up?
Ages. What time is it?
8:15.
4.5 hours to learn half the syllabus.
If you don't know it now, you never will.
Rubbish, I've got my crib notes, look. I'll still be learning stuff till the minute we go in. Oh, am I kidding? This is never gonna work.
It's Biff, isn't it?
I just can't get over it. The big best mates act. Going out with my sister, moving in here, and all the time he's just sniffing after you.
Look, forget about it. I'll make you a coffee. How are you?
Top of the world, Ma.
Oh, thought you'd still be sulking.
Suddenly, I'm the one being unreasonable.
Chris, when are you going to get it into your thick head? I love you.
Funny way of showing it.
In case you've forgotten, I'm due to have a baby in 6 weeks' time.
I hadn't.
And there's 1,000,001 things to do, and all you can fuss on at me about is a stupid flaming wedding. This isn't the time.
Well, from what you were saying last night, there never will be a time.
If we get married, I want it to be on our terms, when it suits us. Not because Kathy's decided to move out this weekend or Frank's got a good deal on a marquee.
Very convenient.
Very true. I'm fed up of dancing to everyone else's tune, especially Kathy's. I mean, God, how many parents-to-be do you know living in separate houses? And anyway, I don't want to look like Mr. Blobby in drag on my wedding day.
Sorry.
So you should be.
But you will marry me one day.
One day. Who knows?
It's all right. She's out.
See what I mean?
Hello. Oh, hi, Zoe. You're looking so shifty about. You're not skiving, are you?
Haven't you heard? Kim and I have parted company.
I haven't. When? Nobody tells me anything round here.
Well, she probably put it more bluntly than that. I walked out, actually.
No.
Told her to stop her job in the middle of the war pack in front of half the home farm staff. She wasn't too pleased.
Why wasn't I there?
I feel a bit bad about it now.
Oh, well, you know Kim's motto, all's fair in love and business. You're planning a rival stables or something?
No, a tea shop.
Rival crumpet. Well, she won't like that. Well, if you need any help with the design, give Emma a shout.
I think a professional designer's a bit out of my price range.
Rubbish. She'll do a special deal for family. Well, ex-family.
Oh, I see. Spying on the workers, are you?
I've come to ask the worker a favour, if you don't mind.
Oh, right, we'll fire away.
How are you fixed for putting Biff up for a few nights, just till he gets somewhere more permanent, like?
I thought you were staying at Luke's.
Yeah, he wasn't, until Tina stuck booting. She's been stirring it again. She told Luke that Biff had been giving it eye.
What, and he's gone and believed her?
Aye, love is blind.
I'm deaf and stupid in his case.
Anyway, how you fixed? One of my mum's doing a nut about him crashing on couch.
Yeah, well, it'd be on our couch and all.
Yeah, but there's only two of you.
No, there's four when Paula's over.
Oh, come on, this is the mate of ours we're talking about. Can't you put your love life on hold for 5 minutes?
You weren't saying that when you pinched that Sadie from underneath my nose. Anyway, it's not just that. You know what Frank's like? If he found out, he'd go off his head.
Dave!
What did I tell you?
So this is where you're hiding.
I'm not hiding anywhere.
Did you know that Kathy had put in a bid for the old school building on Church Lane? She's planning to turn it into a tea shop.
No.
That was one of the premises I sent you to view 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You said it was unsuitable.
It was for what you want.
Which is?
Reasonably priced properties or land suitable to be developed into holiday let accommodation.
Or commercial outlets to complement the holiday village and heritage farm trade.
You never said that.
Don't make excuses, Dave. Doesn't matter now anyway, because I viewed the premises myself, and I've decided they're exactly what I'm looking for. And what's more, I put in an offer this morning.
You said...
I've gazumped her. Simple as that.
So what is it you're planning? A sort of antiques roadshow?
No, not quite. Antique auctions.
Oh, very nice. I'm interested in antiques myself.
How interested? Only I'm looking for some assistance, you see. Someone to look after the gear, lend a hand when it's a few heavy pieces, spotted driving, that sort of thing.
How often?
A couple of times a week. It needs to be someone with a little sensitivity. I do a lot of house clearances. They'll need to know how to handle grieving relatives.
Sure. Well, as you know, I'm pretty much my own boss across the road, but sounds like a bit of a challenge. What sort of fee were you thinking?
£5 an hour?
I prefer to talk percentages myself. I'm a great believer in profit-related pay.
As in percentage of clear profit.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
What would you say to 4%?
8.
5.
Done. How about we seal it with a pint at the Woolpack later?
Excellent.
Great stuff.
Works out about £3.50 an hour.
Hey, what do you think of this?
What about it?
Well, it's for you and your dad for a wedding.
You what?
You're joking, Nelly.
What?
We'd look a right pair of plonkers stood outside Otten Town Hall dressed like that.
Who said out about the town hall? They're having a proper church, do.
Since when?
Since now.
Mum, she's up the duff. We ate his guts, and they haven't got two witnesses to rub together.
So?
So they'll have to make do with register office, same as everyone else. Good enough for us, weren't it?
Make do. She's my only daughter, and she's marrying a doctor.
She's marrying a murderer. Any road. He's only a poxy student.
I've said we're going to stand by her and we're going to do it in style. I'm going to phone her now. Tell her we'll meet him at Woolpack tonight, right? And get it sorted.
Count me out.
What are you doing?
Counting the men's suits. There's you, the bridegroom, the best man, but... Hey, do you think our Sam will be out by then?
He's not in.
Don't start. I've only come to pick up the rest of this stuff.
I bet you waited specially, didn't you, till you knew he'd gone?
Oh, yeah. So I could try and get you into bed again, in your dreams.
No, because you knew he'd kick you into next week if he found you.
Like he did with your Benjamin.
Get out of here!
Now you sit down and you listen! You might have filled Luke's head with a load of fairy tales, but it didn't wash with me. I know what your little game is.
My game?
Yeah. Picking at his mates and his family one by one till you've got him all to yourself. It's pathetic. And you are evil.
That's right, Beth. Get out of your system.
He'll see through you soon enough. I'll make sure he does.
Key.
And when he does, you'll be out of that door before you know what's hit you. What mug'll have you then, eh? With a kid on your hands?
Your mum's pigs might fly. Hey, what's with all the secrecy?
I didn't want anyone from Home Farm to see me.
Oh, yeah, what have you been up to?
I've got something to tell you and you're not going to like it.
What?
Frank's got wind of your offer on tea rooms and he's going mad at me for not recommending place to him when I first viewed it.
Well, that's his hard luck, isn't it?
No, it's not. He went to view it for himself this morning. Thinks it's perfect and he's put a higher offer in.
Here's a pint, Britt, please. And a whiskey chaser as well.
Oh, dear, one of those days, eh?
No, it's one of them weeks, I think. I've just done this for us, will you?
How much?
He didn't say, but I had a look in his files. It's offered 10 grand more than you.
How much?
10.
I can't top that.
There. You having your hair done today?
Why? Does it need it?
No.
What, Annie and the Roost done last week? What's wrong with it?
Nothing. Nothing. I just thought you might fancy a trip to hairdressers, you know. Have a shampoo and set or something.
Set?
I'm sorry, Kathy. Where are you going?
Home. Well, I've still got a home. Frank brought me out of there as well, remember?
Sorry I spoke.
You still haven't mentioned her father's little visit, then?
No. Hey, I can't wait till he walks through that door tonight. It's killing me. You know, my mum used to say I couldn't hold my own water.
The A-level papers for physics, religious studies and principles of accounting are about to begin. When I tell you, you can turn your papers over. Remember to read the instructions closely before you even begin to answer. Have a problem, put your hand up, and a member of staff will come to you. Nobody is allowed to leave the hall until an hour into the exam. And I don't need to remind you, you mustn't talk to anyone. Turn over your papers. And good luck.
Hi, you're just in time for a cup of tea if you want one.
What was it, Chris? One last little joke for old time's sake?
Okay, forget the tea.
Did you and Rachel cook this one up, or was it you and Frank? Oh, she's got all her money. Let's make damn sure she doesn't spend it.
What are you on about?
Don't come the innocent with me. I've had years of it, remember? I'm on about the old schoolhouse in Church Lane. The place I was setting up as a tea shop. The place I gave up my job with Kim for.
What? Just slow down and start again. I haven't got a clue what you're on about.
I've put an offer in on a place in Church Lane.
The old schoolhouse, yeah?
Yes, I wanted to open a tea shop till your father got wind of it and decided to outbid me.
Dad?
That's right. He's just offered 10,000 more.
But he couldn't have known you were interested as
No,
well.
it's pure malice for daring to step out of line with the precious Tate clan.
come
Well,
on.
you can tell your dad I'm back in line now. Back at Mill Cottage, which is presumably where he wants me to be.
What?
The shop had a flat, Chris. Now I've lost the shop, I've lost the flat as well, so now it looks like you're stuck with me.
But you can't stay here. It was part of our agreement. What about Rachel and the baby?
You better talk to Frank about that, hadn't you?
Congratulations, Dad. I hear you're about to make a killing on a place in Church Lane.
Hello, son. Well, it's a bit early to say, yeah? But hardly a killing.
I suppose you put him up to this.
Up to what?
Gazumping Kathy. What was it? Revenge for telling you where to shove her job?
What are you talking about?
Oh, so you didn't know it was Kathy you were up against?
Yeah, I knew.
And you went ahead anyway?
It's good property. Besides, there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I thought there might be.
Since when were you so interested in Kathy's dealings? You're divorcing her, aren't you?
I'm interested when they start to affect me directly. I mean, didn't you think about what the consequences were, Dad?
What consequences?
If Kathy loses that shop, she also loses the flat, which means I'm stuck with her at Mill Cottage.
Better find somewhere else. Tell her to find other premises for her tea rooms.
Listen, the baby's due in just over a month. I want her out of the way well before then.
Look, it's not that straightforward. I reckon Kathy got inside information about that shop. I reckon Dave Glover tipped her off.
Then sack him and let her have the shop anyway.
Oh, sound business sense.
We've just negotiated a very generous divorce settlement with Kathy.
Frank's right. She'd never have got as much as she did if you hadn't insisted on tying things up so quickly.
All the more reason for getting her out of our hair, for good.
All the more reason for not losing out on a very good deal on top of the money we're losing on the settlement.
This is some clumsy show of loyalty to Kathy. It's a little late in the day, don't you think?
If I'm showing loyalty to anyone, it's to my girlfriend and to my child. But while Kathy's on the scene, there isn't a cat in hell's chance that Rachel will marry me. She wouldn't even consider it.
What? Even when the baby's born?
Not even then. So what it boils down to, Dad, is backing down and letting Kathy take the shop, or having an illegitimate grandchild.
You said what?
Said I'd do it. It'd only be once or twice a week. He's practically offered me a partnership.
Who's the postmaster of this place?
I am.
And who's the postmistress?
Well, you are.
Exactly. And that is the only partnership you should be interested in.
Don't you want to know what he's offering?
I don't care.
But it's a fantastic opportunity, love.
Oh, Vic, you're like a kid in a toy shop. When are you going to realise you can't have everything?
It's work, not play. It's hard graft.
This is our work, Vic. I cannot manage single-handed.
You've always got to think the worst, haven't you?
Is that all you've got in, Viv?
What?
On your notice board. Just that I'm after a flat or a room in a house, just something cheap. There ain't much happening. You haven't seen any more cards, have you?
No, love, sorry.
Yeah, well, give us a shout if something turns up.
Of course. Are you any good with pension books?
You what?
Nothing.
Well, how was it then? No disasters, I hope.
None to speak of. No news of the other fella.
Simpson. Good.
And have you enjoyed it?
Oh,
Loved every minute of it. Nearly rang you last night and tell you not to bother coming back.
That's a good job you didn't. We might have taken you up on that.
So how is everyone?
Oh, great.
Oh, it's wonderful out there, Jan. The way of life, you just can't compare it. Even Joe's chilled out, hasn't he?
If that's possible.
Annie looks fantastic.
You enjoyed yourself, Robert?
Brilliant. I'm going to live there when I'm older.
Ah, good luck to you, lad.
This is off me and Victoria.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Oh, that's going straight on top of the telly as soon as I get home.
Gracias, Roberto, that's what they say, innit?
Actually, it's gracias.
Sorry.
It's up to you, Frank. It's your deal.
But I'm asking you what you think.
Well, Kathy has had an awful lot her own way lately. And this friendship, affair, whatever it is, with David Glover hasn't helped. To be honest, I think it's gone to her head.
And what about Rachel? I don't understand that, girl. I mean, if you were in her shoes, would you be letting Chris's ex-wife dictate your future? No, you wouldn't. But you know what really makes me mad? To look at her, Kathy, you think butter wouldn't melt. She actively encourages you to think that. But all this time, she's been scheming away behind our backs, getting snippets of information here and there, and stitching us up.
Another day, another dollar, eh, Cupcake?
Yeah, you're in a good mood.
No law against it, isn't there?
No. I quite like it, actually.
Are we fit, then?
We are?
Hey,
Let's be careful out there.
Can I take this into school?
Which?
The poster off Joe.
What for?
Miss Hearing might put it on the holiday wall.
Well, at least we won't have to look at it then.
Come on then, bed. Adios.
Night-night, Robert.
Now then, son. All in all, not a bad holiday.
Yeah.
What's this about you emigrating to Spain? You're not going to become a bullfighter, are you?
I've been trying to work it out all afternoon. Even if I found another place as good, which is unlikely, there's no point setting up a tea shop in opposition to Frank. The village couldn't sustain more than one.
Well, he might change his mind. I'll see if I can have a word with him.
No, you've got yourself in enough trouble.
Well, he might not go for the tea shop idea. He could have something else in mind.
Yeah. I bet Kim's loving all this.
Yeah, I bet she is.
Right. What are we having?
I'm all right, thanks, Eric.
And me.
Oh, come on. We've got to have a toast.
Look, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pull out of our little arrangement.
Pull out? You haven't even started yet.
I know, but there's been a bit of a misunderstanding. I've talked it over with Viv, and we've realised that I won't have enough time to manage the post office and do the auction thing. Not enough hours in a day.
Ah, right. Well, your loss, old boy.
Yeah, I know, Eric. It's the luck of the draw.
Excuse me.
Happy now?
Hey, listen, I've been thinking. Paula and Jason, they don't get over that often, and, well, I suppose it'll only be for a few days, won't it? Dave said you were looking for somewhere to stay. Yeah? Well, you can stay at ours if you like.
I like. Britt, get this man a drink.
Hey, keep it still, because if Frank finds out, then I'll be out on the air. My lips are sealed. Right. Oh, and by the way, you'll have to do your fair share of babysitting.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Hi. Hi. How's it going? Oh, terrible. I think I've lost out on the tea shop premises.
Really?
Yeah. Still, it lets you off the hook, I suppose.
Sorry?
Well, at least you won't get stuck with the design now. Tell Zoe thanks anyway. All right. What you doing?
Biology. Next exams are practical.
Should I offer me body up to medical science?
Don't tempt me.
Come on.
Look, Tina, I can't. I've got masses of revision still to do.
What you on about? We're meeting my mum and dad over the road.
What?
In the Woolpack to discuss wedding arrangements. I told you.
But, Tina, I'm up to my eyes. Look, the exam was terrible this afternoon. None of the questions I've revised came up. Look, I've got to catch up on the next two papers or I've had it.
So do it when you get back.
Tina!
Come on, we're going to be late. And don't forget your wallet.
I just had a very strange conversation with Kathy. She seems to think I'm going to do the design for her tea shop.
Oh, yes. I bumped into her this morning. I said you might help out.
Did you?
Why? You don't mind, do you?
Yes, actually, I do.
Why? It wouldn't take long. She's a friend.
She's a friend of yours, maybe. I hardly know the woman.
Sorry, I didn't think you'd mind.
Yes, well, you should have thought, shouldn't you? Before you opened your big mouth.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Well, how would you like it if I brought home half the waifs and strays of Yorkshire for you to treat? For nothing?
She would have paid you for it.
Yes. A couple of quid and all the fairy cakes I can eat.
Oh, don't overreact, Emma.
Look, this is my business, Zoe. I happen to take it seriously. I thought you did too. Obviously, I was wrong.
Excuse me.
I don't know what went on this afternoon, but I'm warning you. Come near Tina again and I'll break your legs.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad.
All right, darling.
Hi, Tina. Oh, Luke.
Hi.
Where's our butch tonight? Stopping him washing his hair. Hey, look, I've got some smashing ideas for a big day.
Oh, that's great. Listen, Luke, you going to get some drinks in or what?
Right, yeah. What's everyone having?
Ah, Kathy and David together. What a surprise.
Trying to tell me who I can drink with now as well.
No, we've come to pass on some news. But since you're both together, I can kill two birds with one stone. I'm pulling my offer on the shop.
Brilliant.
Oh, it isn't out of sentiment. Nor is it out of respect for either of you. I don't mind telling you, this whole business has left rather a nasty taste in my mouth.
In your mouth?
I'm pulling out because the sooner you're out of Mill Cottage, the sooner Chris, Rachel and the baby can start building their lives together. I've got a strong feeling you were tipped off about that shop, Kathy, while David was on tape business. And I don't like it.
Just a minute.
Save it! I'm not interested. I'll be watching you like a hawk from now on. One more incident like this and you're out. Got me? I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Cheek of it, lecturing us like a pair of naughty school kids.
Forget it, Kath.
Who does he think he is, Lord High and Mighty?
Just forget it, will you? Look, you've got the shop. That's all that matters.
There you go, love. Hey, Eric. Is that here right? You're back in auction game?
Yes, yes. I shall be selling antiques from the village hall as of next week.
Hey, you into restoration and all that?
Yeah, certainly am.
Done a bit of that myself, you know, in my time.
Have you really?
Oh, aye. Jack of all trades, and before you say it, master of it.
Hello? Ma, there was no need to ring. We got back no trouble. When? On the way back from the airport.
Who is it?
Ma,
What is it?
there's been an accident. On the way back from the airport. It's Joe. He's dead.